This house was built in 1890, and the door is original to the home. It's seen a lot of wear and tear, and it's been through a lot of seasons. We'd hate to have to replace the door. It would probably cost a fortune, plus we'd lose a lot of the charm on the facade of the house. But we do want to protect the door. We want to make sure the weather stripping is updated. We want to keep down the draft and the chills as much as possible. This door has a couple different systems. You can see we've got an outside gasket in place. We've got a weather stripping on the jamb, and we've got a sweep on the back of the door. The gasket's in pretty good shape. We have to adjust a little bit to make sure it's sealed properly. The weather stripping really needs to be replaced. It's been through 2 or 3 seasons and seen its best days. And the door sweep is probably okay. Insulating faceplates and outlet covers is an easy way to cut down the draft in any room. Here we've got a typical outlet. As I run my hand over it, I can feel the air coming in. You can just feel the draft right over it right there. So we're going to pop the faceplate off. We'll put a gasket on top of that. We'll put it back on the wall. It'll seal that outlet up and cut down on that draft, and we'll have a much warmer room. Gasket from the hardware store. Fits right over the faceplate. We're going to screw that back in, and voila, no draft. This house, like many, has a heating system with ducts that are running the ceiling in this room. So from the second floor, those ceiling ducts are going to push air down to cool and heat this room. And on the third floor, those ducts are actually running the floor, so they're going to push air up. So seasonally, we want to come in and we want to adjust the system and configure it for heating or cooling. In the wintertime, when we're worried about heat, we want to open up these louvers on the second floor, push this hot air down, and let it naturally rise up and heat the third floor. If we open up those louvers on the third floor, all the hot air is just going to escape right up there. We're not going to have enough heating on the second floor. Conversely, in the wintertime, we want to push the cold air up to the third floor and let it sink down naturally to the second floor. So we want to force the air up in the summertime. We want to push the air down in the wintertime. So very simply, we're going to take a diffuser like this. We're going to adjust it so that the louvers, in this case, are open, and we're going to push our hot air down to the second floor. Easy. The number one thing homeowners can do in the wintertime, not only to help winterize the house, but really to make them feel more comfortable, change the furnace filter. In the wintertime, your furnace tends to run more frequently than it does in the summertime. It's circulating that air more often, so it's going to collect more particles, it's going to get dirtier, it's going to clog down, it's going to decrease the airflow in the system, which of course means a colder house. This filter itself has been only in place for about 2 or 3 weeks, and I bet if we take a look at it, you can see how dirty it is compared to a clean filter. So it's important to change your filters frequently. When they get to this color, they're done. It's not only going to clean your air, but it's going to increase the airflow and the heat in your house itself.